Do you really believe that these people are eating the people's pets?
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And this was just reported. I was just saying what was reported. That's been reported, and eating other things too that they're not supposed to be. But this is all I do is report. I have not. I was there. I'm going to be there, and we're going to take a look. And I'll give you a full report when I do. But that's been in the newspapers and reported pretty broadly. I will say this as far as Springfield is concerned, because I do know that situation. You have a city of 52,000 people, and they've added almost 30,000 migrants into the city. If you were a person that lived there, if you lived in Springfield, Ohio, and all of a sudden you couldn't get into a hospital, you couldn't get your children into a school, you wouldn't be able to buy groceries, you could no longer pay the rent because the government's paying rent, any of that, if any of that happened, it would be a disaster for you, and you wouldn't be happy. We want to make our people safe and secure, and we want to make them happy. But Springfield, Ohio is a perfect example. You have a town, a beautiful little town with no problems. All of a sudden, they have 30 or 32,000 people dropped into the town, most of whom don't speak the language, most of whom don't speak the language at all. And what they're doing is they're looking all over for interpreters. Well, I mean, I think you can't just destroy our country. It's maybe some people disagree with me, but you can't put in a very short period of time 32,000 people into a 50,000 people town and expect things to go well.
Okay, so to be clear, he's sticking with they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Been debunked all over the place a million times. It's just pointless. He's either too stupid or too dishonest to accept that. That's fine. But I do have a few things I want to point out. First of all, if you are going to blast yourself in the face with spray tanner out of a cannon, get some on your ears, you weirdo. You're 6 shades darker on your face than your ears. Your ears are right there. Your hand can reach them. But more importantly, he is the former president of the United States. He wants to be president again. And in spreading a racist conspiracy theory, here is how he talks about it. This was just reported. All I do is report. Yeah, why should I be expected to actually look into the veracity of claims I make? What am I, like a full-grown adult, a man? No, I ain't got time for that. I read it on Twitter. I read it on 4chan. I just say what I saw. Elon Musk tweeted it, so it must be true. That's what he says. He says I was there. No, you weren't. He later said, I'm going to be there. Well, did you see someone eating it? What does that even mean? He says, I will give you a full report. No, he won't. Nope, he will never follow up on that literally at all because he doesn't care about these claims. They're useful to him. He doesn't care about that man. He says it's been reported pretty broadly. No, it's been debunked very broadly. So stop lying about that. Also, basic facts. He starts with there are almost 30,000 migrants. Then he says there are 30,000. Then he convinces himself that there are 32,000 all within the span of one weave. Which is it? By the way, the answer is it's none of it. It's between 12 and 15,000. I guess that's not scary enough of a mob of Haitians, so he decides to just double it for extra fear or something. And they were brought there because they were needed to fill roles, jobs that were not being filmed. They are helping that community be stronger and more productive. But again, that's inconvenient to his narrative. Nina, what do you think?
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. That is how Donald J. Trump rolls. That is how J.D. Vance rolls. It is hurting the Haitian community, what they are doing. Springfield has had to spend extra money on security. When he says that it has been reported, how about he listen to the governor of the state of Ohio? By the way, whom I am not a big fan of, but Governor DeWine has said over and over again, the mayor of Springfield has said over and over again, I mean, who else does the President Donald J. Trump want folks to listen to? The governor has had to come out to stop this. And J.D. Vance should be ashamed of himself, who is from Ohio, but he is not ashamed. Remember, he was interviewed and he basically said, yeah, y'all may have caught me. I'm paraphrasing it, but at least y'all talking about it. I mean, just admit it that they are lying about the Haitian community. I have talked to people who work and live in Springfield. So, John, your point about them needing that labor, the business community actually wanted the Haitians the Haitian community to come there because there was a worker shortage. And that number of folks they did not just descend on Springfield all at once, because President Donald J. Trump's one point is understandable, to have that number of people come into a place like that, all at once, but that did not happen. It was over a span of years and years and years.
Yes, exactly. And look, some of this, in Donald Trump's defense, he's really, really stupid and incurious. So I doubt he knows that. Some of it, though, it's willful lying. That's all it is. It's willful racist lying because he doesn't think that these migrants are real people that deserve any base level of compassion or humanity. That's just not how he works.